We've almost had a global financial disaster. And what did the stock market do last week? Rally as if nothing was going on. And guys, this is exactly what we predicted in last week's video. Last week, the financial media were predicting the next big crash was just around the corner. And we told you in last week's video, listen, do not panic and look for buying opportunities. And if you did, you were on the right side of the trade. We also introduced this chart to you last week, the chart of the S&P 500, the daily chart. And we've said that this trend line here has been acting as great resistance for whole of 2022. And we were expecting to see a bounce as this was being retested here. And this is exactly what happened. However, guys, now that we've got the bounce and now that the banks have been saved, should we be expecting new highs in the stock market, or should we be looking out for new lows in the weeks to come? This is what we're going to discuss in today's video, guys. We're also going to discuss the chart over here that we introduced to you last week. This is a chart of the S&P 500 of 2008, just after the Lehman Brothers have gone bankrupt. Okay, I've got a bit more details on this, guys, so we're going to discuss the ramifications that this may have on today's stock market and today's S&P 500. We're also going to discuss, guys, the technicals of the large indices, as well as, for the first time on our channel, we're going to discuss the chart, the technical analysis of Apple. Okay, guys, we have a very important technical level that we need to watch on the Apple chart. Okay, so this is going to be very crucial, guys. It's going to be a very important video. We have a very important week ahead of us, so make sure you stay tuned. You don't want to be on the wrong side of the trade, guys. There's so many things going on now, and if you are on the wrong side of the trade, you will be punished. So make sure you watch the video until the end. And if you are new to the channel, guys, please consider subscribing. We do bring out the latest stock market analysis every single Monday morning. And if you do enjoy today's video, guys, please give it a like. It does help us a lot, so just hit that like button. Now, guys, before I go into the technical analysis of the S&P 500, I just wanted to go through the 2008 scenario here. So, guys, when the Lehman Brothers have announced their bankruptcy, the stock market actually rallied 8%. So we did not actually crash straight away. So this is exactly what's happening now. We've got the bankruptcy of the Silicon Valley Bank, okay, and we have not actually crashed. We actually went and had a really good week last week, especially on the NASDAQ. However, guys, after the rally, we've had a 45% crash in the stock market, and this is where the big financial crisis actually came from. So, guys, don't read too much into this rally. Be very careful, because it's exactly what happened in 2008. We had a rally followed by a massive crash. And remember, what if you were long at anywhere on this point here? Okay, anywhere here we were long, we have been completely hammered. So be very careful on this, guys. Now, before I go into technical analysis, guys, let's just go through and discuss what happened last week in the stock market. And guys, exactly as we have predicted, guys. Last week we saw a nice bounce out of the 4-hour IC, exactly as we predicted. Okay, and we consolidated here for a bit. We went all the way up higher to where, guys? To the upper expected move for the week. And this is exactly where I was looking to short. And guys, this has played out perfectly here. So we consolidated more or less for the whole week. We had a nice reaction, as I said, from the 4-hour IC. So if I had the opportunity to go long at the 4-hour IC, your take profit should have been above the liquidity zone here, which was done on Friday morning. On Friday morning, we did what? We came all the way to the upper expected move, and we were right at the 4-hour IC here, guys. And that was a perfect opportunity to do what? To go short. We consolidated there for a bit and then went lower from that point on. Okay, that would have been the perfect shorting opportunity. So you should have had, you could have had, if you didn't watch our video, a nice buying opportunity and then a nice selling opportunity to finish the day and the week nicely in profits. Now guys, what should we be looking out for the week ahead? The main event this week, guys, is going to be the FOMC meeting, which will be on Wednesday at 6 p.m. UK time. We also have, guys, at the same time we have the forecast of the economic projections. Where do they see the interest rates in the next quarters and the next years? And that's going to be very, very important. So we need to watch a couple of things here. Are they going to raise interest rates? If they are they going to raise it by 25 or 50 basis points? And where do they see the rates going forward? Do they see the rates going, stop pausing and then cutting by the end of the year? If they do that, that's positive for the stock market. And if they keep raising, if they see the interest rates going higher than initially planned, and perhaps not cutting and not stopping and not cutting perhaps by the end of the year, but at start of next year, that would be negative for the stock market. So that's going to be very, very important, guys. And to be honest, I can see the case for rallying, for the stock market to rally on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday prior to the FOMC, and then crash from there. Okay, that's a potential scenario, guys. Okay, and then on Thursday, guys, we have the Bank of England FM meeting, okay, which will also be very important to watch. Are they going to keep raising interest rates, or are they going to stop? Okay, that's very interesting, because if they stop, it's going to dictate what the banks will do, what the Federal Reserve will do in the next meeting as well. Okay, so that's going to be very, very important to watch. Now let's start off the technical analysis and start off by looking at the S&P 500 here, guys. Now, one thing that I wanted to point your attention, guys, look at the expected moves for the week. The expected moves for the week, guys, are one of the highest I've seen in a very, very long time. It's about 200 moves, 200 points up and 200 points down from where we closed on a Friday. And guys, this is a lot of, this predicts a lot of volatility for the week ahead, guys. So be very, very careful. Okay, normally it's about 100 points move up or down. This is double. It's 200 points. It's double the volatility. So be very, very careful on these, guys. Now, what should we be looking out for the week ahead? Now, guys, we've had that bounce from the trend line here as we expected. Now, first of all, it's very important that for any rally to hold, it's very important that we hold this trend line over here. As long as we hold the trend line and we don't see a close below this point over here, then I can see us rallying, guys, all the way to clear some liquidity. Now I've got two liquidity points that I'm looking at. See how clean this area is here on the 2-hour time frame, and also this area over here. Now I can see a point being made, as I've mentioned before, for a rally at the beginning of the week to take us to clear this liquidity on here and this here as well. Now this box that I have here is the gap that I've mentioned over the last couple of weeks. Now it's very important that we hold this gap, and guys, right at the gap here we also have a nice 2-hour IC here. We've got this IPA and this 2-hour IC. Now what I'm looking for, if we do make it all the way up here, I'm looking for this gap here to hold and to act as resistance. If that acts as resistance, there will be a nice shorting opportunity to take out the lows if they haven't been taken out already by that point. Now guys, I would use any rally that we get this week to sell into. For now, there's still a lot of uncertainty out there, so don't go trying to be a hero to buy aiming for new highs, new all-time highs. I don't think that's the case just yet. So I'm looking at the daily picture here, guys. As I've mentioned before, I'm looking at this to act as resistance. Even if we go all the way up here, guys, to the upper expected move, we will have the upper expected move for the week and for the month, both at the same level here. So that would be a nice shorting opportunity if that was to happen, and also this daily IC. Now guys, very important here, the lower expected move for the week is way below the lower expected move for the month. Now if we do see a close below the lower expected move for the month here, guys, be careful, because dynamic hedging may kick in and can take us very quickly all the way to the lower expected move for the week. Okay, very quickly, guys. Okay, and at another point I can see a case being made for new lows as well. Okay, it can be just literally a couple of hours, if not days, to see that happening. So be careful if we do see a close below that. But for now, guys, all I'm looking at will be this 3,700 to 3,750 level. Okay, so this level around here, guys, this would be first of all would be the liquidity being cleared here. Okay, sitting at 3,770 or so, and all the way down in here, and we've got some more liquidity just below the lower expected move. So if that was to be taken, we'll actually be looking for buying opportunities if we do get that. However, guys, one important thing to look at this week would be this chart over here, which is the Apple chart. Okay, now guys, Apple, it's at a very critical level. Okay, it's at a big resistance level. Resistance. If this holds as resistance, guys, okay, then I don't see the S&P 500 going too much higher from where we are now. However, if this gets broken, okay, then I can see us going to try to fill some of those gaps over here, guys, which will take the S&P 500 perhaps towards that, you know, clearing those liquidity levels, and perhaps to that upper expected move for the week and for the month. And this also, guys, okay, this is building up quite a nice inverse head and shoulders here, guys. So if that is to be broken, if this level is to be broken here, I think, guys, it's going to be a very important level to take us to perhaps, you know, try to clear this liquidity level, all liquidity level over here. So it's going to be very big if this gets broken. Now I don't want this to be broken just to be broken. I want to see some continuation as well. So break and continuation of that, because if we break and then the next day we come all the way back down, that's not something I would like to see for a sustained rally in the S&P 500. Again, any rally that we get, we use that to sell into, simple as that. Next we get the UK 100, and guys, okay, well done to you. We are 100% smashed this. If you haven't watched our video from 2 weeks ago, then go in and watch it. We were all the way up here, and I said, as long as we don't break above this alert here, I'm bearish, targeting the daily IC right over here. And that's exactly what we got. Don't believe us? Go back and check out the video from 2 weeks ago. That's exactly what we got. And guys, we managed to come here to the daily IC. We cleared the liquidity, and as we touched this daily IC, we had a nice bounce from it. Now we are getting close to oversold levels, and we do have this very clean, very clean liquidity level here. So I can see a case for us to rally at some point, either this week or next week, to go and clear that liquidity. And then we need to see how price reacts after it's taken that liquidity. If it consolidates, then at that point I'll be looking for shorts, and for us to take out this daily IC and go and clear this liquidity level sitting all the way down here. Okay, guys, but as of now, having that reaction, if we do lose this daily IC here, okay, then I'll be looking at these lows here to be taken out, sitting at 680 or so. And then we need to see what we get from there. So two things that we're looking for: either we see the bounce to clear the liquidity, or we close below this daily IC and we target this the liquidity sitting below this low here. Next, guys, we get the DAX, the Germany 40, and here, guys, again, we completely 100% smashed this. Where are we? Right in this daily IC. We predicted this again last week and in the week before that. we've had a lot of liquidity resting below here, and we talked about that whether if the liquidity was taken, if this liquidity was grabbed, a take profit level will be this daily IC. Now guys, I am actually targeting the liquidity sitting below these lows here and this daily IC in here. However, we've got two very clean levels, clean liquidity levels, this one here and this one sitting here as well. So this one is sitting at around 485 or so, and we also get we have this trend line over here as well. So guys, I can see the case for if we do break this trend line, at that point we will break the 20 and the 50 EMA. So break this trend line, so something like this. We break this trend line, we come back to retest the 20 and the 50 will act as support, and then we can, you know, look to aim to as a take profit target, clear this liquidity around here, and if we are fortunate enough to see this liquidity being taken, then consolidating here, and then aim, look for some shorting opportunity all the way to new lows. That would be the ideal scenario, guys, okay, for us to happen either this week or in the next couple of weeks. But as it stands now, guys, it looks like, we may see a nice oversold bounce at this stage. If we lose this daily IC, guys, then the next target would be this daily IC, and preferably this liquidity sitting below here, and then this daily IC, at which point we need to analyze again and see whether we should be expecting new lows or whether we can get a nice bounce from here at that stage. Next we get the US 30, the Dow Jones, and guys, where are we? Right, and consolidating within this daily IC. This is a very important level, guys, okay. We have liquidity resting above here and liquidity resting above here with this IC that has not been yet tested. Now, as long as we are able to hold within this daily IC and not close below, then I can see us bouncing to clear this liquidity and perhaps this liquidity around here first, and whether we come into this daily IC in here. We do have a nice liquidity zone sitting around here as well, but I don't see that happening as of yet. But guys, if we do consolidate here and are able to break above, then for sure we are looking at those as targets to take profit targets that we'll use to look for selling opportunities. If we do close below this area here, below this daily IC, then the next potential area I'm looking at will be this daily IC sitting at around 30,540 or so. So guys, two levels to watch in here, very important levels to watch here, guys. As it stands, we have just, we are potentially building up an inverse head and shoulders here, and the take profit level will take us all the way to clear this liquidity sitting at around 33,860 or so. That will be the ultimate target if we do get there. If not, then we have this level here, okay, the liquidity resting above here and above here with this daily and 4-hour IC right in here at around 33,370 or so. So something to watch for the week ahead. Next, guys, we get the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ has been the strongest out of all of them, and this coincides well with what? With Bitcoin, guys, and we'll discuss this a bit later in the video. But Bitcoin has been holding very well. Why? Because the NASDAQ has been holding very well as well, guys, and they are correlated one with another. Now, what should we be looking out for the NASDAQ here, the US 100? Now we've got liquidity resting above here. So what happened last week actually? First of all, last week we've managed to clear the liquidity that was resting below those lows, and as we cleared the liquidity, we managed to have a nice bounce, a nice rally from that point on. What are we looking at next? Well, on the daily chart, we have liquidity resting above here, sitting at around 12,860 or so. And we do have this daily IC, guys, sitting all the way at 13,430 30 or so. So I can see a case being made here for us to rally above here and into filling this gap here and into this daily IC, where we can potentially look for some shorts. And at that point, that'll be, you know, if we do look for shorts, if price gets here, okay, I would aim for this daily IC here as a target. That would be a long-term trade, but I can see us, you know, with everything that's going on fundamentally, I can see us going a lot lower, and that would be 10,800 or so. If, okay guys, at the moment we are in this daily IC, if we do hold this daily IC and we move lower, then that's it, we go lower to clear this liquidity into this daily IC. This will be the first target, and if we lose this, then either this daily IC or new lows. Simple as that, no more than that, guys. Okay, so something to watch over the next week or so. Okay, especially if we have to get that short squeeze. I think there are way too many bears out there, so a short squeeze to squeeze out all the people that try to sell here, squeeze them out, and as everyone is out, then tank the market and crash the market. Simple as that, eh? Now, one important thing to watch, guys, is the VIX. What did we say last week? We need to see the VIX close above 25, and not just close above 25, but stay above 25. What happened last week? Closed below 25, closed above 25, then the next day came back, closed below 25, closed above, closed below, closed above, and looks like now it was to go back and close below. So we need to see the VIX close above 25 and then a continuation to stay above 25. Very important. If we do get that continuation, guys, that will put a lot of pressure on stocks, on indices. So watch that for this week and the weeks to come. Very, very important here, guys. Next, the DXY. Now the DXY, guys, hasn't done a lot, okay, and it's exactly as we expected it to do last week. I was expecting it to clear the liquidity resting below here, which it did. Then it consolidated after that. Now what I'm looking for, we do have a lot of liquidity resting below this zone here, this area. So if we are to see a rally this week, then I can see us, okay, clearing the liquidity and then stopping at this daily IC. I don't want us to lose this daily IC, because if we do that, then we will have a lot more upside on stocks. But for now, that will be the target. And obviously, if we do see a big rally and to close above this, okay, at any point this week, then it will easily take us to our target of 109,500, okay, and that could easily mean new lows for indices. Now, one important thing to discuss, guys, is gold. So gold has been rallying like crazy, and to be honest, I wasn't expecting it, but we got that because of the crisis in banks. Okay, we had a lot of distress in banks. People took the money and put it in gold. Why gold? Because that's a safe haven, and that's exactly what happened. We had a nice reaction out of this daily IC. We had a nice double bottom here, and then off you go. Where are we targeting? What are we targeting now? Well, check this out. We are almost to new all-time highs. Okay, guys, we have a lot of liquidity resting above this here, which is 2070, and we also have, guys, a 4-hour IC right in here. So I can see the case for us going, clearing the liquidity and perhaps consolidating within this 4-hour IC. If that happens, we can take create a nice shorting opportunity for us. But if it goes through this 4-hour IC, guys, then we are in uncharted territories. At that point, don't try and short it, because anything can happen at the point. If we do have another bank collapsing, guys, at any point this year, the gold will go through the roof at that point. Okay, so watch that out. As it stands, this looks very powerful again. Don't try and buy over here. Okay, we don't look to buy at highs, we look to buy at lows. Okay, so don't try to be a hero and try to buy this, because you can get hammered. But as it stands, monitor this. If you are long, then this liquidity at this 4-hour IC would be a nice take profit zone for now. And if you are not in a trade, just wait and perhaps to get some nice shorting opportunities soon. Lastly, guys, let's discuss Bitcoin over here. And guys, this has been rallying like crazy over the last couple of weeks, especially over the last week. Actually, we've got a massive rally, and then people are predicting we're getting to 1 million by year end. It's a lot of optimism out there, but we need to monitor the NASDAQ, because if the NASDAQ, if the US 100 will will get into some resistance, and we'll have a bit more pressure on it, then Bitcoin will follow. But this is getting very close to our target, to this daily IC here, guys, of 30,000. So if we do come here at 30,000, consolidate, then that would be a nice shorting opportunity, okay, to take out some of those lows here. So Bitcoin, it has been rallying, okay, but I think he will, from a technical analysis point of view, it looks like he will get into some resistance very soon, which would put more pressure on it. Okay, don't try to buy here, guys. I think it's dangerous trying to buy here. Look for a pullback, wherever that pullback would be, and that depends on obviously the NASDAQ as well and the stock market. But I would prefer to clear some of those lows before going long, to retest those highs up there. We will get there, guys. We'll definitely get there. I'm not sure if this year or not, but we've got a lot of liquidity resting above there, and above there. So we can definitely get there. Okay, guys. But I think this level here, we've got this daily IC, and if you look at the weekly time frame here, previous support should turn into resistance. So that's a critical level there, guys. So monitor that. It's going to be very important for this week or the next couple of weeks. That's pretty much it from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you are new to trading and would like to learn more about the strategies that we use, head over to our website, mcitradingacademy.co.uk, and here you can also join our free trading community, free Discord community. Thank you very much, guys. Be careful out there. There's a lot of uncertainty. You don't want to be on the wrong side of the trade. Thank you very much, guys, and I hope you have a great trading week.